We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams; who looks inside, awakes. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, there love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order. The pendulum of the mind alternates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. There is no coming to consciousness without pain. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol or morphine or idealism. Children are educated by what the grown-up is and not by his talk. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved but only outgrown. When an inner situation is not made conscious, it appears outside as fate. Man needs difficulties, they are necessary for health. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. If one does not understand a person, one tends to regard him as a fool. Neurosis is always a substitute for legitimate suffering. Masses are always breeding grounds of psychic epidemics. Mistakes are, after all, the foundations of truth, and if a man does not know what a thing is, it is at least an increase in knowledge if he knows what it is not. Great talents are the most lovely and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off. A scream is always just that, a noise and not music. Man's task is to become conscious of the contents that press upward from the unconscious. It is a fact that cannot be denied. The wickedness of others becomes our own wickedness because it kindles something evil in our own hearts. Nobody, as long as he moves about among the chaotic currents of life, is without trouble. Follow that will and that way which experience confirms to be your own. Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you. The debt we owe to the play of imagination is incalculable. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Often the hands will solve a mystery that the intellect has struggled with in vain. Who has fully realized that history is not contained in thick books but lives in our very blood? It all depends on how we look at things, and not how they are in themselves. The word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally it is the tortured who turn into torturers.